Leslie B. Never thought I'd be here, but here we are. I'm Leslie B, never lucky that was me. Didn't know what the future had in store. Late night TV, mysteries on repeat. Just the stories always left me wanting more. Watch the juice, couldn't look away. Unsolved mysteries almost every day. Murder, she wrote, Law and Order 2. Forensic files have me stuck like glue. Netflix crimes and courtroom scenes. Somewhere in between my dreams, I felt a spark, I couldn't let go. I wanted my own true crime show. True crime in a minute, yeah, that's my style. Tell the story fast, but make it worthwhile. From my phone to a worldwide screen, justice matters, know what I mean. True crime in a minute, come take a seat, where style meets justice on every beat.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday after daylight savings when we all lost an hour of sleep. But it's the best. And we have a special birthday in the house. Come here, Katie. You want to say hi, everyone? Oh, we have someone who's 4 years old today. Yeah. Katie's 4. This is the good Katie. Can you say hi to everyone? Yeah, I know. Katie is 4 years old. I hope y'all got to watch today in Kouri's trial because it's unbelievable. Hello, Rosie. So good to see you. Pumpkin Porter, always good to see you. And Ruth Ann. Say when you want. I couldn't believe how today ended. And should we start with that? So I made some little videos today, and I just thought we'd kind of watch those. It was pretty wild. Mia Wallace, always good to see you. A new low for Kouri. I agree. And if you didn't see it, I'm kind of thinking we just start with it because why not? Cat ride, nest are going to nest. Yes, that's hysterical. Hello, everyone. Yeah, this Katie, now she's nesting. I have a kitchen bar stool in here, and she sits with me. The PI, I mean, I would not want to be on his bad side today or ever. Amazing. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, thank you. Please hit like and subscribe. I'm really bad about asking people to do that. So I think what we'll do is we'll start with, I made like 3 little videos. One's 29 minutes. One is 6 minutes. Oh, yeah. The sexting, that was the last, that's how the day ended. So I thought we'd end, or we'll begin with that ending. Yeah, thank you, everybody. All right. I mean, this is without a doubt the best trial I've ever watched, in my opinion. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Let me fix this so that I'm not taking up the screen. Oh, hold on. Let me try something. Oh, I know why. All right. I had fun with effects today. All right. So this is the PI. So I just kind of put some clips together, but here we go.
All right, how's this?
Sound great.
Great.
Mr. Bloodworth, please proceed.
Sir, what is your name?
My name is Todd Gabler, Gabler.
You appear to be recovering from something.
Yes.
Would you mind just at a high level explaining?
On January 13th, I underwent a 5-level PCLF, that's a posterior cervical laminectomy infusion. My neck has been fused together with titanium rods.
So are you taking any medication today that would affect your testimony?
I purposely did not take any pain medication today for the purpose of the clarity of my mind.
I love this. He's just had the surgery that he's had. I mean, he has titanium rods in his neck. So roughly, not quite, almost 2 months ago, he's like, I did not take pain medication today. I took Tylenol to have clarity. I mean, this is the guy you want.
My testimony to you today. I took Tylenol this morning.
What, sir, is your occupation?
I'm a licensed private investigator in the state of Utah.
I asked you whether you recalled seeing any texts with Eric about him and Kouri having an.
He had a break. I guess he was uncomfortable, so he got his neck brace. I mean, bless this man's heart. And Kouri, she did no favors today. The glares she gave everybody.
Open relationship, and you said you could not recall. Is that right?
Correct.
Can you put that up on the screen, Katie?
Yeah, Nestor got a piece of her own. What is the taste of her own medicine? I guess she met her match.
Do you recall looking at that text?
I do.
You've seen this one?
I believe I have. It's a joke.
It's a joke.
It is. It appears to me to be a joke.
Did you see the text around this text?
I did.
So you have reviewed the text between Eric and Bryce.
I don't know. I don't know that this is a text from Bryce. I have no idea. This does not identify Bryce.
So
Doesn't
now that
identify anybody.
now that you have your memory refreshed, do you remember seeing this text between Eric and another individual saying that Kouri and I are starting an open relationship tonight?
Okay, I won't keep interrupting. I'm so sorry, Mia. I thought it was you that caught it. Ruth Ann, it was you. I apologize. Ruth Ann is the eagle eye. So I will make a short about Ruth Ann. I promise. Thank you.
Right?
It says, Kouri and I are starting an open relationship tonight, so I told her I'm taking you home.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And you left that out of your report.
No, this would be part of my report.
Did you see sexting between Bryce and Eric when you looked at their texts?
I don't recall that, no.
Katie?
And is this sexting? I don't know what you mean.
No, I'm not talking about this one.
So Nestor is accusing Eric of having homosexual sexting texts with his friend Bryce. And Bryce was the guy on the phone call yesterday with Kouri, the one that they said always takes off his pants, which is kind of funny. But obviously Kouri has like planted this story, in my opinion.
Okay.
How about other ones?
All right. I don't recall. I'm talking about many hundreds of thousands of messages in this case. I can't recall them all.
Look at her.
Just a moment.
Hey, the fun size one. True Crime Wifey, you're doing a live? I don't want to mess it up.
Courts indulgence for just a moment.
This is the first attorney I think I've ever heard say court's indulgence.
Can I show you this other text right here and see if this refreshes your memory? Do you remember seeing a whole bunch of emails like this or texts like this between Eric and Bryce?
Yeah. Look at that.
Honest-
She does this like whole, I think she did that with Kouri Wright too, and we'll watch that. But and those are devil horns on her. But yeah, I guess there was like a joking banter between Bryce and Eric on text saying things, and they're going to say it. And so she's saying, were they in a homosexual relationship?
Honestly, no, I don't remember. Like I say, there were hundreds of thousands of messages in this case. I don't remember even 1% of them. As I look at this, I mean, it just makes me laugh. It doesn't appear to be serious.
So how many of these joke sextings did you review that Eric did?
understand this to be sexting. I think you're wrong about that. I resist your characterization.
I resist your characterization.
These are two friends joking with each other. That's what I'm reading here.
And they did that all the time,
I don't know.
hundreds of times.
If I had the records, and then I could answer your question, but I don't remember all of these messages. And yeah, this is a joke.
Did you review all of the texts between Bryce and Eric?
I think at one time I would have gone through every single text message that was available to me on Eric's cloned phone. So do I recall it? Well, I mean, I recall that it was a bit mind-numbing. There was a lot there. Nothing particularly stuck out in my mind or memory about those messages.
Did they repeatedly talk about having sex acts together?
I don't recall.
Did they repeatedly talk about oral sex together?
I don't recall.
Did they talk about anal sex together?
Also don't recall.
But you read them all,
I'm sure that I did.
and it's all joking.
Knowing what I know about Bryce and Eric, yeah, that's how I interpret it.
So you do remember reading things of this nature, and you interpreted it all as joking.
No, as I sit here today, I interpret it that way. I would have interpreted it that way back at my original reading of it. That doesn't mean I recall it. It means I have an opinion about what I thought then. That's different.
And what did you think then? They were joking?
No. What I think now is that this was a joke. I do not have a recollection of this at the time that I first read it, but if I had a recollection of that time, I'm sure it would be the same as it is today.
And if there were these,
I just feel like this is Kouri's big FU to Sister Katie. Like, well, fine, I'll get this in. But what, just days ago, she was saying Eric was having an emotional affair with somebody. Mia, I agree. Kouri is relishing vile smear is being presented in court against Eric, who is not here to defend himself. Agree. Fun size one for Kouri. I like to refer to it as day 10 of conforming. She is to hang in jail. At this point, they should get her a mask to cover her face because she has RBF really bad. Yes, it's terrible.
tens of 20s of 50s of these types of emails, all of them would be jokes.
Sustained.
That's it. That's all I have, Your Honor.
Mr. Bloodworth, anything further from Mr. Gaylor?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. The text, there are a bunch of to-dos locker room talk from August of 2018.
That was my read of it. Yes.
There wasn't any serious.
I don't know if y'all could hear that. Bloodworth was kind of away from the microphone, but he said, would you say this was more locker room talk? And he said, yes. Yeah, I agree, Cat Ride. Where's Bryce? Let's put him on the stand.
That Eric, Richins, and Bryce Knudsen were engaged in some homosexual affair.
0.
In all of the text messages you reviewed, did you see any evidence of Eric using illicit street drugs?
No, I looked and I could not find.
I'm Lassie B.
Okay. So that was that video. And then I thought we would go to how the morning started out. This is about an 8-minute video. So there was a juror late, probably because of the time change. But, every morning they get there for their pre-motions or whatever before the jury's present. So they've asked again for a mistrial like another couple times, I think. But I don't know if y'all saw this. This was before court was actually in session. So I thought I would play this too. It's always good seeing you, Millie. And Mia Wallace says, reminiscent of Jodi Arias portray in court that her victim was a pedophile of boys, despite there being no proof of that, smeared him in court to spite him and his siblings. I had forgotten about that. John Smith, the KFC queen would do or say anything to win. She's disgusting, so trashy. Wait, are we calling Nestor the KFC queen? This is amazing. Okay.
State and defense are present. Defendant is present. Some things to discuss. A couple of motions filed last night. We also need to discuss jail calls and the other information that'll be coming in through Detective O'Driscoll. Let's start with schedule. Mr. Bloodworth, who are the state's anticipated?
Yeah, thinking about it now, they know that walk the dog letter is coming, probably, I guess, now tomorrow. And they are groveling.
Witnesses today?
Your Honor, Cody Wright, Matthew Throckmorton, Jamie Woody, Todd Gabler, and then if we get there, Jeff O'Driscoll.
There's probably a lengthy discussion regarding the state's motions and defendants' positions regarding the jail calls, the interview transcript that we need to have prior to Detective O'Driscoll. Is that your sense of it?
Yes, Your Honor.
So if we're going to have that before he gets on the stand, we're going to have it today, which means he's probably not getting on the stand today.
Agree.
Okay.
I love this judge. So today was day 10, and on Thursday, Bloodworth said that the last of the state's witnesses would probably be Monday or Tuesday. So tomorrow's Tuesday. So I don't know. Does that mean they'll rest tomorrow? I imagine the detective's going to be on the stand a while. What do y'all think? The fun size one asked, do we still expect, or do they expect it to be 5 weeks? God only knows what the defense is going to do.
Ms. Lewis, you're the one looking at me, so I'll just ask you, does that sound right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So we'll plan to at least begin, if not have that discussion sometime today. Then, let's see, the state filed a motion regarding exhibits 8-57R and 8-63R. Need to make sure I give defendant an opportunity to respond to that. Ms. Lewis, what are your thoughts?
No, I believe those are the videos. Is that correct? The videos of the interviews with Carmen? I wasn't sure what they were.
Whoever this blonde is back here in this coat with the glasses and the little bob, she's very classy looking. But I don't know who she is.
Yeah, it's 857
consistent
through
portions.
63.
Does anybody know who the brunette girl is that we can kind of see behind Kouri? Because she's been there every day. One day she was sitting with, what is that guy's name? Nate, Idaho News guy, Nate Eaton, and they were laughing. So I'm curious, does anybody know who she is?
My apologies, that's right.
And we submitted the transcript, but of course, a video would be redacted once we make a decision based on the transcript.
Okay. Because I didn't see the specific if those are the redacted. Wasn't able to look at them. I just saw that
They're all filed as separate docket entries.
There's this 6 Carmen Law interviews involving Summit County Sheriff's Office and 1 involving the United States Attorney's Office. And these are redacted portions of those 6 interviews used to rehabilitate Carmen Law.
Okay. I guess I need to look at the redacted version. I didn't realize that. I was looking through what the state files in box to get to us, and it wasn't in there when I was looking at it yesterday evening. So
these are the attachments to the motion that was filed over the weekend.
and we have the same objection to the motion. I mean, it's the same objection. I will have to look at the redacted version. But
I'm not sure what you mean by same objection, but let's not spend time on that now. The state is designating specific portions, a very limited subset of the 900 pages of combined transcript, as consistent statements to rebut a charge of either recent fabrication or pressure to change her testimony. I'm going to have to make a ruling regarding each of them.
Okay, I'll read them. The redacted versions. Sorry,
okay.
I misunderstood what was filed.
So that's that. What's a
Mia Wallace. I'm wondering if we'll get a verdict on Friday.
reasonable time to have that conversation, Ms. Lewis?
I'm gonna try and look at them this morning. I don't know, let me pull them up and then maybe
Okay.
at the break we can talk about that.
I'm not okay. We'll check.
Wendy Lewis always says, "Oh, I haven't had time to review that," or "I haven't reviewed that." She's always like delaying whatever it is. What'd she do all weekend? And Nancy, you're in Rome. Jealous.
Back in about that. I had them to bring it in. It's this much paper, and so it may be more than you can do between now and the lunch break, but let's be reasonable. Mr. Bloodworth.
Your Honor, I think that's a prerequisite to having a full discussion on Jeff O'Driscoll's testimony.
Is that true? Why is that true? Why don't those issues stand alone or stand independently?
Your Honor, they do stand independently, but Jeff O'Driscoll will likely be the state's last witness. We would then then use those exhibits as part of his direct examination.
That makes sense to me. Okay. I understand that. Okay. Let's see. Defendants.
I love how he does this. Oh, wait, I don't have my camera on. Hold on. He goes. He always does this with his hands. I love it. Because I have cold hands, so I love it.
Motion for mistrial regarding the alleged Giglio violation that was mentioned on the record. I asked defendant to file that in writing. They did. It's docket 1691. Need to give the state an opportunity to respond to that. What's reasonable, Mr. Bloodworth?
Your Honor, state can respond right now.
I'm gonna need some details that I'm not sure you
Love
can
him.
provide right now. Even if you can, having it in writing would help me keep it all straight, even if it's just the factual position about what was provided when.
Your Honor, we can do that. I don't think that the state disagrees on the facts
Okay.
laid out in the defense's motion, but we can provide something to the court in writing tomorrow morning.
That's fine. And if that's the case, it sounds like it won't be burdensome to produce it or to draft it.
No, Your Honor, it's not too burdensome.
Okay.
True.
Sounds good.
Your Honor, just maybe a heads up. Can I refer to the court to State v. Bisner? That will feature in the state's response.
I look forward to reading it after I get your response.
Understood.
Okay, very good. Then, Ms. Lewis, there's also the oral motion for mistrial that you made at sidebar regarding references to quote unquote charges in State's Exhibit 2-46. That was on March 5. We provided a curative instruction to the jury on that. Is that something your defendant is standing by, or is that motion withdrawn?
I have a minute. It's 2-46.
This is the video, the audio recording, the two-part audio recording that was played. It's a recorded telephone conversation.
Oh,
Your client used the word charges. I instructed the jury that referred to civil
That's right.
litigation.
that motion's withdrawn.
Okay. Brittany, can you make a note of that in the minutes?
Hey, Map. Good to see you.
All right. Okay.
As somebody who just did like 2 days of jury duty, I will say you stare at the defendant a lot. So I can only imagine. In a way, the jury box there, I'm sure, is up a little bit so that they can see. I bet you they haven't missed it at all. And hopefully some of them will do some interviews.
That's what I had on my initial to-do list. Mr. Bloodworth, anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Nestor, Ms. Lewis?
No.
Okay. I've already forgotten the order of witnesses, Mr. Wright.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And just confirming, you've reminded Mr. Wright of the bounds of the court's prior ruling regarding his testimony.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Bloodworth, are we ready for the jury?
Yes, sir.
No. Oh, well, that simplifies that. We're going to take a 5-minute break and locate the juror who has not yet arrived. All right, very good. We'll be in recess for 5 minutes. Thank you.
All rise for the judge.
Yeah, I'm betting because of all these phone calls and everything that Kouri recorded of herself and all her trash potty mouth. And if anybody is LDS on that jury, which I'm sure there's somebody, or at least one or two, so she was like, ooh, I'll throw in this homosexual rumor. So I don't know if y'all watched today, but there was all this when Cody, is it Cody? Yeah, Cody Wright. So he was the co-owner of the C&E company with Eric. So when he testified, like Nestor really thinks she's like got him, that he's admitted that Eric uses drugs. And so it gets into a whole argument basically for 30 minutes. So I thought we could watch that. Yeah, she's so rude to people.
Okay.
So the part that we're seeking to examine the witness, and we submit that the state has opened the door by asking the question, has anyone ever told you Eric used illicit drugs? And his answer was no. In this testimony at the preliminary, page 60 line, beginning at line 15, and were you aware that in high school, Eric had an addiction to pain pills? Answer, I did know that he participated in pain pill taking for sure. Question, you did? Answer, yes. And do you know what his pill of choice was that he was addicted to back then? Answer, I believe in high school, we called them Red Devils.
Is that where you want to stop?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm not entirely sure that Mr. Wright is referring to illicit street drugs, quote unquote, there, but I also don't know the other way. Mr. Bloodworth, you'd be able to clarify that with him once it came in. I think I already ruled on a motion to eliminate that this issue would be admissible, correct?
No, Your Honor, it was the opposite.
Well, that's,
yeah.
In the motion in limine,
Bring
and
it with me.
we're scrambling in the back to get
Yep.
this now, the motion in limine briefing to you. But in the motion in limine, Mr. Wright clarified this testimony to say his awareness was from other people,
Oh, that's right.
not from observing Eric Richins. So whatever he knows about Eric Richins' high school drug use, if any, is hearsay. Mr. Wright also clarified, well, sorry, it wasn't Mr. Wright that was clarified. Also, the state produced evidence that Red Devils, circa whatever it was, 2020-ish, was a reference to an over-the-counter cough suppressant that kids were taking in high school. So I think the defense is saying that that the state opened the door is unfounded.
may I respond, Your Honor?
One moment, I've got to read my ruling.
Yes, sir.
So the ruling was that I deferred ruling on the motion in limine until after the parties have an opportunity to voir dire witness Cody Wright or provide other evidence outside the presence of the jury to determine whether there is any non-hearsay route to the admissibility of the proposed evidence.
Thank you, Your Honor. So here's what just happened. Mr. Bloodworth asked the question, has anyone ever told you that Eric used illicit drugs?
Illicit street drugs.
I objected to hearsay. The court ruled that I had opened the door and allowed him to elicit that hearsay evidence.
Yeah, in
Once
fairness, you're skipping the first step. You opened the door and crossed
I
this
just said
topic.
I just said that.
Right,
that
but
you,
I want to be clear.
okay.
It's not just an
And she didn't say that, I don't think.
allegation that you did. You did.
Okay.
Then Mr. Bloodworth went into it.
Okay, absolutely. I was trying to convey that. I'm sorry if I didn't do it correctly. I was not trying to skip any step. You ruled that I had opened the door. You allowed him to elicit what would typically be hearsay evidence because I had opened the door. Now it's in. Now this witness is sat on the stand. No one's ever told him that Eric used illicit drugs, and that is not true.
Illicit street drugs. Please be precise.
That's what these are. He's
Well,
claimed,
we don't know one way or the other. Would you like an opportunity to voir dire or Cody Wright about that, consistent with the court's motion and limine ruling from January?
I'm happy to voir dire him if it helps the court with your ruling. It is my position that at this point, I'm entitled to impeach him for making a statement in response to the state, elicited by the state, that no one's ever told him Eric used illicit street drugs. Here I have testimony that is contrary to that. I have a right to impeach him on that. I'll voir dire him on whatever you want, but it is my motion now that I be allowed to go into this because the state has put it there. They put it out there. I have a right to impeach that he just testified falsely and inconsistently with what he said at the prelim. And it's very important, Your Honor.
If he, in fact, said something impeachable, you have the right to impeach him.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm not sure that he did yet. Why don't we get to that point? Mr. Bloodworth.
Your Honor, certainly we can voir dire him. I think if the court reads further down in the preliminary hearing transcript, counsel asks.
You know I don't have that ability, so if you could cite me to it.
Oh, do you not? I'm sorry.
No, I don't have control over what they're showing me. If there's a docket entry you want me to look at, I know that it's in the docket.
Sure, it's page 61 that I thought was on your screen. It's on my screen.
Bloodworth is without a doubt the most confident prosecutor I have ever seen in my life. I mean, he is confident. And Nestor gets nasty, and the judge has about had it with her.
It is now, yeah.
So at the bottom of page 60, I guess we just read from the middle of page 60.
60, line 15 through 25.
Correct. If
Yeah.
the court keeps reading to the top of page 61, Cody Wright says he has no idea what Red Devils were.
He says prior to that he's very aware that Eric took pain pills in high school. He says that clear as day.
Why don't we just ask him what he knows?
We can, but
Oh, you don't want that. You want to just use this.
I want to use this and I want to do it in front of the jury. I
But
don't
you
want to
want
give a
to, you don't want
chance.
to just put it in. You want to ask him questions about it, right?
No, I just want to impeach him with this document only.
You don't
That's
have
it.
any foundation that Red Devils are illicit street drugs, though. So you need that foundation
Pain
for
pills
this.
would be.
But that's not illicit street drugs, and that wasn't the question. This is an important difference. Nobody's asked this gentleman
Your Honor,
or shown that
If you buy pain
please
pills, I'm
don't
sorry.
speak
I'm
over
sorry.
me
I'm
so
sorry.
that you have a clean record.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
If
You know what, Rabbit? Tyler Robinson might be watching this because I think it's aired on like local Utah stations. Never know.
there is an impeachable statement by this witness as to whether he's aware that Eric Richins took pain pills at any point in his life, this would be directly relevant to that. But we need a non-speculative foundation for the idea that Red Devils are illicit street drugs.
So the pain pills that they're talking about, if they are
Who's
taken,
they?
if that is being referred to in this prior statement, the
Red
pain
Devils.
pills that, well, he says pain pills and then he says Red Devils.
Okay.
So my understanding, according to this, is that Mr. Wright doesn't know what Red Devils are, but that's what they called them in high school,
Seems accurate.
which is clearly saying these were not doctor prescribed. These are illicit drugs that he's using in high school. So
No, there's some distance between a nickname called Red Devils and illicit street drugs. And I don't know what the Red Devils he's referring to are, but it doesn't automatically mean they're illicit street drugs.
if you use pain pills without a prescription, that is illicit street drugs.
It is not. And you know that to be true.
I disagree, Your Honor.
It might be diversion of a prescribed substance, but it's not illicit street drugs.
They've certainly heard testimony from Mr. Crozier that he's selling oxycodone on the street that came.
Ramos is passing Nestor a post-it note. I don't know if y'all just saw that. He just gave it to Kouri. She gave it to Wendy Lewis, and now she's trying to give it. But look at Kouri like staring a hole in that judge. Not smart.
from prescriptions, that's illicit street drugs.
I'm not sure you want to take that position going forward, but I don't endorse it in any respect. Certainly, we know that diversion of prescribed legal medication is different than purchasing on the street prescription medication is different than purchasing non-FDA approved substances on the street. There is a range of conduct here, and the question asked by Mr. Bloodworth was specific.
Can we read back? Can we get it read back, what he asked? Do we have the transcript of the exact statement that Mr. Bloodworth just asked us?
State courts do not create transcripts.
I think we have someone doing it live right now.
When you say we, who are you referring to?
Ms. Payer?
She's not a court employee. I don't know what you're referring to.
If you can give me 5 minutes, I can email her and get the exact statement.
Sure. While that occurs, I'm going to use the restroom. We'll take a recess until 10:35. All right. As we discussed on the record during the hearing on the parties' various motions in limine, the topic or the concept of whether Eric Richins used pain pills during his lifetime, prescription or non-prescription, illicit, that is relevant. But at the motion in limine hearing, and as I sit here right now, it's unclear as to whether there's any admissible evidence that he did. So, Ms. Nestor, I think the correct course forward, based upon where we are right now, is to allow you to voir dire Kouri Wright regarding his knowledge of the topic that he discussed at the preliminary hearing, having heard or known or learned somehow that Eric Richins used pain pills in high school and they were red devils. If that reference is to prescription pain medication, it impeaches Mr. Wright's testimony on the stand today that he's never known Eric to use prescription medication. If it's illicit street drugs, it impeaches his testimony that he's never known or heard about Eric using illicit street drugs. If he doesn't know what red devils are, we're all just speculating, including the jury, and that's not permissible. Mr. Bloodworth, any comment there?
Your Honor, I think Mr. Wright's testimony, let me grab the question.
I was going to show y'all. I just Googled Red Devils, Utah, and it's Secanol barbiturate. I know some of you had said that in the chat. Addiction. I've never heard of these. So what tell me, somebody tell me why I would be on these. How old is Eric? He's almost 40 when he graduated high school. I mean, God, we were like smuggling Hall's cough drops at school because we weren't allowed any of that stuff. Okay.
Was that he had never seen Eric Richins use prescription drugs or illicit drugs.
Great.
Okay.
So let's see what he says on voir dire to see if it actually impeaches that or not.
Correct.
Yeah. I'm sensitive to the precision of the questions you were asking at various points.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything further, sir?
No, sir.
All right. Ms. Nestor, anything before we invite Mr. Wright back in
No,
for
sir.
that purpose?
No, sir.
God, can you just imagine what she was like? She was that girl in school that like tattled on everybody and just, didn't get invited to the party. Andrew, it was the lemon drop shot, not Moscow Mule. I bet my life on it. I agree with you. I do not think it was the Moscow Mule. I think it was the shot.
I'm going to wait for Mr. Bertram to whisper in your ear.
Go ahead, call back.
Okay, very good. May we invite Mr. Wright back into the courtroom, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Wright, thank you for your patience. If you take the stand for me.
Snap, 100%. Kouri is more dislikable than Wendy, which is saying a lot, but I can't figure out why. She's just so snarky and nasty. Well, she actually did the deed. And she's been very stupid on the phones. She's been recording her calls. So then they got all that. She's an idiot. I mean, writing letters in her jail cell that it was a new script. I agree, though. I've been saying hands down, Kouri.
If you'd like a glass of water, you can pour yourself one. You are still under oath. Ms. Nestor has a few extra questions for you, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Oh, True Crime Wifey says Red Devils are over-the-counter cough syrup abused by teenagers. Ruth Ann says the same thing. I Googled today, and it also referred to cough medicine. So what it was called when I was in high school was getting roboed, like Robitussin. Y'all, I can hardly take a tablespoon of Robitussin, much less. But I did know people that would, drink the whole bottle.
All right,
May it please the court.
please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Welcome back. So we want to just dig in a little bit to the question that that you were asked on redirect when Mr. Bloodworth asked you if anyone had ever told you that Eric used illicit drugs. And I believe he said illicit street drugs. Does that sound right? Or do you recall?
Did he say illicit street drugs? Is that what you're asking?
What was your understanding of the question that he asked you at the very end about whether you'd ever heard about Eric using drugs?
I understand.
Illicit street drugs.
Right. What was your understanding of that question?
If anyone had ever told me about him using an illicit street drug.
Okay.
Now, I'm not in the drug world. I have no clue what most drugs are categorized as. So
Did you talk to anyone outside in the hallway while you were waiting?
I did not.
Okay, just checking. Okay.
I mean,
So
accusing him.
at the preliminary hearing,
Mhm.
we asked you some questions about whether you were aware that Eric used pain pills in high school. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And are you aware of that?
I was told that that had happened.
All right. And were you ever told about where he got those pain pills?
I have no idea where he got those pain pills from.
So when Mr. Bloodworth asked you earlier today if you were ever aware of Mr. Richins using prescription drugs, you said no.
Your Honor, that's not the question I asked.
Pause, Mr. Wright. If you would just object to foundation and restate the question for me.
Your Honor, objection foundation.
Let me ask you this way.
Sustain.
Do you,
Marky.
was it your understanding in high school when you had this knowledge that Mr. Richins was using these drugs illicitly? In other words, not with the prescription of a pharmacist?
I need you to be more precise in that question. Which drugs are you referring to?
The pain pills, sorry.
And if you would re-ask it, please.
Was it your understanding in high school when you knew about this that Mr. Richins was using his own prescription for pain pills or someone else's?
I learned about this later on in life, not in high school.
Okay, and what did you learn?
And I learned that he had taken pain pills in high school. That's what I had been told.
Without a prescription?
I didn't get asked if there was a prescription or not. I don't know.
All right, and then I think you said in the prelim that you thought they were called Red Devils, is that right?
That's what I was told.
And was it your understanding that Red Devils were an illicit street drug?
I don't know what an illicit street drug entails, but I assumed that the Red Devils were being abused as that's what high school kids were doing.
So people were doing that in your school?
I heard that, yes,
And did you know what Red
later
Devils?
on in life.
What did you know what Red Devils were?
I learned later on what those were, yes.
What are those?
I believe it's Sudafed.
Oh, it's Sudafed.
I think. I'm not a drug person. I'm sorry.
Okay. Could be pseudoephedrine, maybe.
I have no idea.
Okay.
But that's what I think it is Sudafed being abused.
Okay. So when you testified at the preliminary hearing that you were aware in high school that Eric, or you became aware later that in high school Eric abused Red Devils and pain pills. Do you still stand by that today?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Your Honor, do you need more than that?
I understand Mr. Wright's testimony on the record.
Okay.
We'll work on that, Mia.
Let me just think 1 second if there's anything else. When you answered Mr. Bloodworth's question in front of the jury that you had not heard from anyone that Eric used illicit street drugs, that's except for what you heard about in high school?
Objection, Your Honor. The foundation.
I can ask him what his intention of his answer was, Your Honor. Did you intend to carve that out?
That's a fair question.
Can you restate that? I'm
Did you
sorry.
intend to carve out from that answer what you knew about high school?
What answer? Sorry.
From the answer that Mr. Bloodworth asked you in front of the jury, if anyone had ever told you or if you'd ever heard that Eric used illicit street drugs, did you intend to not include what you knew in high school? Are you carving that out?
If I said it that I was in high school, what I've been told about Eric is throughout my life. I don't know if it was exactly in high school. I don't know if it was in my early 20s or now. What I've been told over the years is that he had used those in high school, and that's what I know.
Right. And so if I were to ask you the question again that Mr. Bloodworth asked you, has anyone ever told you that Eric used illicit street drugs? And you included all the knowledge you have all the way back through what he did in high school. What would your answer be now?
I don't know what illicit street drugs entail.
Okay.
I've been told of some drugs that he used, and that's what I would testify to, is that I know that he used some form of drugs. I don't know what they are exactly. I don't know if they're illicit street drugs or not, but that he had used drugs at some point.
That's it, Your Honor.
Mr. Bloodworth, anything else for Mr. Wright at this point? In terms of word?
Sir, is the only drug that you've been told he used in high school the Red Devils?
In high school, yes.
You haven't heard of him using any other drug in high school other than marijuana? Let's just accept marijuana from this whole discussion, okay?
So in high school, I was told that people were using Red Devils. I had heard that Eric had popped pills.
Okay. And is your understanding was the pills that he popped were the Red Devils, or was it Red Devils and something else?
Understanding that a Red Devil is a pill, he popped pills, and I don't really know much more than that.
Okay.
I don't know what pills they were popping or anything to that
Thank you.
extent.
Can I just follow up on that, Your Honor? So you mentioned in high school, like maybe there was after high school as well. Did I misread what you just said?
I have learned of these things through people over the years. I don't know this exact times and days that people have told me this knowledge. Eric popped pills in high school is what I've been told.
Beyond high school, do you have any knowledge if he popped pills?
I don't have any sure knowledge that he popped pills after high school.
Not sure knowledge, but if people told you that?
I have knowledge that he took THC gummies.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Thank you. I just want to make sure because I heard that clarification and I want to make sure we followed all the way through with it.
Great.
As far as you sit here today, other than what you heard about what he did in high school and other than knowing about the THC gummies, have you heard from any other person that Eric used drugs in his lifetime?
No.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to clarify.
I need to make you take a walk again.
Okay.
Please don't speak to anybody in the lobby.
Look at them all getting together. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Kouri's over there looking at her fingernails. Andrew, I'm cracking up. You said Elle Woods was more competent than Nestor. So when I had that jury duty last week and I walked into the courtroom and it was really narrow, like long, and the judge felt far away. And I said to myself, oh my God, he has a robe and everything. That's what her friends say when they say, it's so cute.
Right.
Ms. Nestor, any further argument?
Well, Your Honor, I mean, I think that this witness has now clarified that if he would answer the question now, he would include that he was aware Eric popped pills in high school. He also heard that people in his high school were doing Red Devils. He said he assumed that's what Eric was doing, but he doesn't know. But he has knowledge that Eric was popping pills. This whole case is about a pill addiction. This whole case is about whether or not Eric Richins voluntarily ingested that or if he was given it by his wife. This is a critical piece of the defense. He's been allowed to make a statement in front of the jury that we have now found out through voir dire is not 100% accurate on one of the core issues in this case. I'm only asking to impeach him. I can limit it to what he said in the prelim. We can go farther if you want us to, or we can limit it to what he said in the prelim. I'll do it either way. But I think to deny Ms. Richins the right to impeach him on something this critical to the defense and the prosecution when the door was absolutely opened by the prosecution would be reversible error. And we're asking that the court allow us to do that now.
Mr. Glenn.
Your Honor, the state disagrees with all of that, including the veracity of some of that. The state reverts back to what we briefed in motion hearing, by the way, that any relevancy to what happened in high school has decayed to zero 40 or 20 plus years later. The testimony at issue is Mr. Wright's response to the question of, did anyone ever tell you that Eric Richins used illicit street drugs? To which he responded, no. Nothing in his voir dire impeaches that testimony. Therefore, bringing in the preliminary hearing transcript or any further questioning on this, the preliminary hearing transcript or any further questioning on this is inadmissible.
All right. The case has to be tried based upon admissible evidence. And on both sides of the V, there are pieces of evidence that either the state or the defense has sought to admit that the court has ruled are not admissible. I'm required to apply the rules of evidence. We instruct the jury that the rules of evidence have developed over hundreds of years to make sure that trials are tried in a fair and impartial way. This issue developed in a way where defense counsel asked a question that elicited hearsay testimony regarding what Mr. Wright had heard about Mr. Richins' prior drug use generally. Whether or not that's what the defendant intended, that's what happened. So then, on redirect, the state asked two very specific questions to characterize that volunteering of hearsay by Mr. Wright. Whether they'd heard that Mr. Richins had used THC products, and whether he had ever heard that Mr. Wright used illicit street drugs. Nothing in his prior preliminary hearing testimony or during his voir dire outside the presence of the jury on the stand is admissible evidence contrary to his sworn testimony on the stand in front of the jury. His prior reference to Red Devils, he's now clarified as Sudafed, which is not pain pills to begin with. Moreover, he doesn't have any admissible testimony that Eric Richins used illicit drugs of any kind. This is hearsay. It is speculation. It's not admissible.
Your Honor, may I just make a record?
Of course.
Your Honor, it's our position that, first of all, when I asked the question, it was not objected to by the state. Second of all, I'd like to make the record that this would be for purposes of impeachment. This, to deny us this opportunity, is a violation of Crawford. It is a violation of our Sixth Amendment right to cross-examine. It is a violation of our due process right to a fair trial. We would be able to call, in our case, an expert who would testify that Red Devils were in fact PCP in that period of time. They were not Sudafed. The DEA has a pamphlet on that. We're being denied that option. We're being denied the ability to attack the credibility of someone who has changed. Respectfully, we disagree with Your Honor's position on this. We think he absolutely changed his testimony, and we're being prohibited the right to impeach him on the fact he changed his testimony. And I believe that the question I would ask him, if I were allowed to go forward, would be, did you learn that Eric popped pills in high school?
Thank you, Ramos, for writing that on a Post-it note. Hey, I just added a Nexter emoji. You might have to refresh your YouTube, so let me know if it's there. Yeah, Adelson Hader, I remember that in high school, people taking Dexatrom. They don't still sell that stuff, do they? So a lot of people have been asking about Lisa Darden. So I thought after this, we'll listen to the 911 call, and then we'll also look at that camera footage that night when she shows up. But this is what, according to Google and all these news sources, says that Lisa Darden, who's Kouri's mom, was present at the home on the night of Eric Richins' death, but the exact timing of her departure is a subject of investigation. Arrival. Darden was at the Camas, Utah home on the evening of March 3rd, 2022, to celebrate a real estate closing with Kouri and Eric. She reported having a drink with the couple during the celebration. According to initial statements, Darden left the residence at approximately 9 p.m. on March 3rd. Eric was found unresponsive at roughly 3:20 a.m. the following morning, March 4th. A responding paramedic noted he appeared to have been dead a while by the time they arrived at 3:31. Investigators have obtained a warrant for doorbell camera footage to determine exactly when Darden left. They noted reports of other individuals visiting the home that night who were not mentioned by Kouri or Darden. Darden returned to the home in the early morning hours of March 4th after Eric was discovered. She was present as emergency personnel worked and was seen attempting to console a sobbing Kouri. So that's interesting.
And that would impeach what he said to Mr. Bloodworth, unrebutted and not allowed to be rebutted by me when we know that I can rebut it. And we, in our strongest way possible, we object to this. We would like a continuing objection. We move to strike all of Cody Wright's testimony, all of the issues that Mr.
Whoa. You lost me
on redirect, the redirect testimony.
Which piece?
Where he answered the question that I'm not now being allowed to impeach him on. We're asking to strike it at the very minimum. All of the things that Mr. Bloodworth just brought up all go to weight, not admissibility. And
What is the non-hearsay route for this witness to testify regarding what he heard, if it's coming in for the truth of the matter, sir?
it's not, it's coming in to impeach that once the court allowed him to answer that question with hearsay, to rebut the hearsay that we elicited
But
unintentionally.
what's the evidence that he heard prior to today, testifying today, that Eric Richins used illicit street drugs?
He just testified to it on the stand.
That is not true.
Okay, well, we agree to disagree on that, Your Honor.
Have you disclosed that expert that would provide a non-speculative basis that Red Devils are an illicit street drug?
We have disclosed that expert. His name is Mr. Kearney. He is on our list. He's been available. We did not know the Red Devil stuff was coming in until 10 minutes ago because
It's
we were
not
told,
coming in.
well, okay, well, that's obvious then. I mean, we did the best we could. We gave him our drug expert that as soon as the Red Devils comes in, we can let them talk to him about that because we sure would go into that with our expert, that we're now being denied the ability to do that. There is a key question here, Your Honor. If Eric Richins had a drug problem, and if he did, Ms. Richins is innocent, and we are being prohibited from going into that with the one person who knows. And I just think that the veracity of this witness on this topic cannot be underestimated for purposes of the defense. I know you disagree with us. I believe I've made my record. Yes, he's changed his story. He's now saying he's never heard that Eric used drugs when he knows in the prelim that he did. And I just think this is just a huge, huge impediment to us to put on a fair trial in this case. And I believe I've made my record. I can't think of anything else I need to say on the record. Thank you for letting me make a proffer.
Okay. Are you asking me to strike Mr. Wright's answer that he's never heard that Eric used illicit street drugs?
Yes.
On which basis? On what basis?
On the fact I'm not allowed to impeach him on it, and we all know it's not a correct answer.
You certainly can impeach him on it if you have any evidence that it's impeachable.
No, any other way to show it to the court other than what we've already done.
Okay.
I
I want to be clear. There's just no
Look at her
evidence
and Wendy.
that Cody Wright believes that Red Devils are illicit street drugs.
But he separated the Red Devils from the popping pills. He separated that.
No,
He
with
did.
respect, he didn't. But
Okay, well, I think the transcript will reflect it. Your
All
Honor.
right. We pause. Anything further?
Oh, yeah, I think Lisa helped Kouri for sure. That's what I think too, Rabid. Exactly. Like maybe Lisa helped Kouri off getting Eric off the bed.
We have nothing further to add, Your Honor.
Mr. Bloodworth, a direct question. I need to exercise a measure of humility here. Is the state sure that you don't want to just get this out on the record to insulate the potential of a verdict on appeal?
Andrew says, told you, Lisa brought the fentanyl and took a baggies with her. She emptied the garbage. That makes sense. Miss Kitty asks, is Nestor a public defender? She and Wendy are in private practice, but they do accept public defender cases. So they've been assigned Kouri, and Nestor's got Tyler Robinson.
You now know what Mr. Wright's going to say.
Mm-hmm.
And if you need to confer with your team, I'm happy to give you a moment.
Yes, Your Honor, let me take a moment to confer. Can I make a record on one thing, though?
Sure.
Let me read to the court the expert disclosure as it relates to.
I don't know that we need to get into that at this moment. I won't be basing anything I do on that.
Okay, then.
Thank you.
Can I step back?
Of course.
Look at them all huddled up over there.
We're still going forward. We're off the record for the
State is comfortable with the court's ruling in the record.
Okay. Very good. Court stands on its ruling. Anything else before we invite Mr. Wright back in and the jury? Mr. Bloodworth?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Nestor?
Can't remember. Did we?
I'm not persuaded that
No,
you've provided a basis to strike Mr. Wright's statement that he's never been told that Eric Richins used illicit street drugs.
I understand your ruling. I just can't remember how we ended up with the witness because so much has happened. So,
I think you had the witness on recross.
I approached before I recrossed. Okay, thank you for helping me remember.
Do you have any recross questions within the scope of redirect?
Can you give me just 1 minute?
Of course.
I mean, look at all of them.
Refresh my recollection, because a lot has gone under the bridge and I just had to get back to where we were. I think I do have a quick recross within the scope of this redirect.
Very good. If we could invite the jury back in, please. Mr. Wright, you're still under oath. Ms. Nestor, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're almost done. You mentioned just now to Mr. Bloodworth, or a few minutes ago, it's been a minute now, that you were aware that Eric used THC gummies, right?
I heard that he did that. Yes.
Okay. Do you have any personal knowledge as to how often he would use THC gummies?
No idea.
Do you know why he used them?
I couldn't tell you that. I don't know why he would have used them.
And do you have any personal knowledge about where he obtained his gummies from?
0.
So that was just a part of his life he didn't share with you.
Correct.
And on the truck, when you sent whoever, I know you said you don't remember, Mr. Bloodworth just talked to you about a date. The work truck, not the red one, but the work truck, you guys got that just within a day or two after he passed, correct?
The work truck was picked up within a few days.
Okay. And then the truck that you took from the dealership was about a month later.
Or so, yeah, like months later.
I just wanted to make that clarification. Thank you. That's all I have. We tender the witness, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay. Are we releasing this witness, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, sir, you are free to go. You are released from the subpoena. You can talk to anybody you'd like.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Okay, so I was just thinking, yeah, Rabbit, Eric was almost certainly dead by 10 p.m. on March 3rd. So yeah, I bet you Mom was there with Kouri. They did the deed or whatever, took care of Eric, and then she left because they said that he had been gone a while, they being the paramedics. I'm going to do this 911 call first. And then I'll pull the body cam footage for that night.
Have a seat as you come in. Thank you. All right, please have a seat. Mr. Bloodworth.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, the state moves to admit and publish State's Exhibit 2-40D, the 911 call.
Any objection, counsel?
No objection.
Okay.
Hmm.
Scott, let's give this a try.
911, what's the status of the emergency? My husband's not breathing. He's cold. Okay, what's the address? 282 Willow Court. 282 Willow Court? Uh-huh. Okay, what's the good phone number in case we get disconnected? 435 671 4987. Okay, is this going to be in Francis?
Hey, Tiff.
Uh-huh. Okay, tell me exactly what happened. I don't know. I just came in. I was with my kids. Okay, I can't understand you. I need you to take a deep breath. What's going on? I don't know. I was sleeping in with my kids. I just came in our bed, and I turned over, and he's just cold. He's just cold. Who's cold? My husband. I turned the light on. He's not breathing? He's not breathing? I need you to confirm it for me. Is he not breathing? No. Okay, can you do CPR? No, I don't know how. You don't know? I'm going to tell you how to. Are you willing to do CPR? Yeah. Okay. If there's a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it. No, there's not. Available? Okay. I'm sending the paramedics to help you now. Stay on the line and I'll tell you exactly what to do next, okay? Okay, are you right by your husband right now? Yes, he's so pale. His mouth is open. Okay, listen carefully. Are you able to lay him on the floor or the ground? On the ground? I'm just thinking. I can't put him. I can't. You can do it. You need to calm down. Okay? Yellow. We need to help him. I can guide you through CPR. Take a deep breath for me. I'm here with you. He doesn't have a pulse. He doesn't have a pulse? No. There's no pulse. Okay. I'm here with you. I'm here with you. We need to get him help. If you need to put me on speaker, put me on speaker. I'm gonna guide you through CPR, okay?
Yeah, she didn't do CPR.
I'm ready. You're ready? Okay, he's on the floor? He's on the bed. Okay, are you able by any chance to move him on the floor?
No, so sad for the family sitting there. I agree, Tiff. She didn't do CPR.
His thoughts on it. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. I'm here with you. You're not able to move him to the floor? Go out. Don't come in here. Don't come in here. Oh my God, my sister. You're not able to move him to the floor? Just listen carefully. We just need to get him on the floor. Don't worry about hurting them. No, he's just too heavy. Is he still on the bed? Yes. Okay, if there's a sheet or a blanket under them, can you loosen it from the mattress? Yes. Okay, stand at the side of the bed closest to them and remove anything under their head. Okay. Okay, I need you to pull the sheets towards you and slide them off the bed.
My question is, how is she talking to 911 and doing all this? You know, I mean, unless she had a Bluetooth in, but like, did she think to do that? Because it would be really hard. And it doesn't, like, you don't hear her moving him.
Don't worry about him falling. We just need to help him now. Okay. Tell me when he's on the floor. I can't move it. This is dead weight. Like it's just, You're not. If he has sheets under, pull them to the floor. Don't worry about hurting him.
But even on speaker,
Can you please send somebody?
how are you holding
Okay, I
him?
have the ambulance that's on the way. Okay, there's another way to do this, okay? Grab their feet. Grab his feet. Slide them towards you until they're just off the bed.
I mean, you know, on an iPhone, you know, in the old days, how we used to, here, let me put my camera back on. You know, like when you would talk on the phone like this, I don't think she's doing this and pulling a sheet. I mean, you don't hear any exertion. I'm not buying it.
How old is your husband? 39. 39? Yeah.
She's no emotion. Kouri.
Okay, were you able to pull his feet off the bed? And pulling. Okay, now grab the arm closest to you
Yeah, it's true, Julie.
and pull the rest of the way off the bed. Again, don't worry about the fall. We just need to help them now. I have the ambulance on the way. I just need you to do this, okay, so we can get the help for him. Okay. Once they arrive, they'll take over. We just need to start CPR now. You are doing great, okay? I just need you to get him on the floor. Okay, he's on the floor. You got him on the floor?
She doesn't sound like she's doing anything.
Yeah.
Are Eric's two sisters twins? I think I heard that. Someone else can confirm.
Okay, listen carefully, okay? Make sure that there's nothing under his head. Is he laying flat on his back? Yeah. Okay. Okay, just listen carefully and I'll tell you how to do chest compressions, okay? Place the heel of your hand on the breastbone. This is in the center of the chest, right between the nipples. Okay. Put your other hand on top of that hand. Okay. Okay. Start pumping the chest hard and fast, at least twice per second, and 2 inches deep. Okay. Okay. Start counting out loud so I can count with you. Okay. We're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let me know when you're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Count out loud so I can hear you. I'm counting with you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. If it's easier for you, am I on speaker? Yes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you know the front door is open? No, it's locked. I need you to go. Is there anybody else within the home, or is it just you? That's all my kids. Okay, are one of them old enough to go and lock the door? Yeah, it's unlocked. It's unlocked now? Yeah,
Well, who was she talking to just then? I thought the kids were asleep, so now they're awake.
Okay, you need to keep doing CPR.
Mhm.
Okay. Do I keep you on the phone? Yes, keep me on the phone. Go and lock the door and come back to doing CPR. Okay,
He's on scene. We're beginning CPR, chest compression.
Okay, is the ambulance there with you?
Yes. Not yet. Ambulance is in route.
Oh. Okay, are we doing CPR still?
Yes, he's doing CPR. He's doing CPR right now.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What kind of vehicle do you have outside?
Mhm.
Me? I don't have a vehicle outside. White Toyota 4Runner.
Okay, did a paramedic take over?
Yeah.
Paramedics haven't arrived yet. We're in the back bedroom.
Sarah Green, yeah, a lot of bad acting. And also, wouldn't you be hearing like her pressing on his chest? Oh, she left.
Ma'am, who's there with you? Can you hear me?
Okay.
Look at Wendy Lewis, unfazed.
When did you left?
Mhm. Okay. Now, I went ahead and got the body cam footage. So this is about the point afforded to it where the police officer gives his phone to Kouri to call her mom. So let's see if y'all can tell. Oh, I guess it'll say what time it is on the camera.
Celebrate something at work tomorrow.
Okay.
We went to bed. I went to bed with my kids. He went to bed in our bed.
What time did you guys go to bed?
9:30.
9:30? Okay.
9:45.
And then what alerted you to him today, right now?
I just woke up. When I sleep with my kids, I'll wake up and I go back to my own bed.
Mhm.
I just crawled over on his side.
And he was laying in bed? Okay.
He was on his back on the bed, and I don't.
Okay. And you said he was on his back? Okay. Where are your children now?
To sleep in that room. Two are awake with their ear to the door. I don't want them to come out. Please don't make them come out.
Where are the other two at that are awake?
No, hallway bedroom.
And where's that at?
Who's there? First one to your left.
Okay. Is there any family members we can call right now?
Yeah, I need to call my mom. I need to call my mom so bad.
Okay.
I don't know. 911's on the phone. I don't know.
Okay.
I told my mom.
Yep. I'll give you a phone right now, okay?
I need to call his dad. He's gonna be okay, right? Like I got in bed and then I just got.
Can anybody see the clock on his phone? Because I'm curious. So, an awesome follower sent me this. This is the map from Kouri's house to Lisa's. It's 15 miles, 21 minutes. So can y'all see that? So this is suspicious. And remember in one of the hearings, they said Lisa Darden needs an attorney. And I don't know if that's about something else.
They're doing their best, okay, ma'am? Here, you can use my phone.
Mom? 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 Go to my house. Go to my house.
What's going on?
I don't know. Something's wrong with Eric. The police and my girls are here. It's like, I don't know what's happening. He wasn't breathing. I don't know.
Who?
Eric.
Where is he at? I'm on my way.
I think my partner found your phone. Is this it right here? Does he have any medical conditions or anything like that?
He has Lyme's disease.
Lyme's disease?
Nothing major. Like,
Okay. So no heart problems or anything like that?
no, he just said his chest was hurting when he went to bed, not. If he doesn't drink enough water, when he gets on the bike downstairs, I don't know, it didn't make sense. And then he just said he was really tired because he got his allergy shots yesterday morning.
Okay.
With my son, they so much together.
And then when did you discover him? What time?
I got my phone. Maybe 3.
About 3.
3:15.
Did you immediately call the 911?
Yeah, well,
That's so true.
I got up, and, well, as soon as I turned over and he was cold,
Mm-hmm.
I just
Yeah, the fun size one said you'd have to pry a normal, loving wife off her husband because she would be trying to save his life. This is just so resolved and oh well to me. So now let me pretend to be upset. Yeah, with her head buried in her hands, and he said she wouldn't look him in the eye.
like something was wrong. So, I just put the blanket on it because I just thought it was cold. So I just, and then I sat there for a minute and I just didn't feel like it's like breathing or anything. And so I just like that.
Okay.
And he just felt so heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Any COVID or anything like that?
we all just got over COVID.
Okay.
We all got
And when was that?
a couple weeks ago.
Okay, so not recently.
Well, he just had a negative test. So I was the last positive, and then he had it. So his last negative test was a week ago.
Okay. Hey, ma'am, what's your name?
Kouri.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Kouri.
With the C?
No, Kouri.
Allison. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. So again, that's the map from her mom's house to hers. 15 miles. Thank you, Kathy, for sending it.
Like a THC gummy? Okay.
I think it's zoomed in, Andrew.
And who's his primary care physician?
Herb Lovely in person.
Who?
Herb Lovely.
How do you spell it? How's it?
P-L-E-Y.
Lepley?
So interesting, Mia. Did you guys catch how when he asked her name, Kouri paused? Consciousness of guilt. She freaked out, realizing she had to provide her name. It caught her off guard.
When was he last seen?
Just a physical, like, everything was fine.
When was that?
Welcome, Refan.
6 months, baby.
Family members are coming. His dad. Her mom. Kids are in that door over there. There's 2 kids that are awake. They're in that door. Yeah, she said to the left. Yeah, I think they'll have master bedroom. Or the master bedroom.
And I agree. You would either be totally laid out crying on top of your spouse, like just wanting to be with them, or you would be absolutely hugging your children. Not Kouri.
So basically, she says, went to bed at 9.
The mom here.
She slept with the kids because then she
Wait, Andrew, did the mom get there? Oh, Tiff, welcome. Happy you're here. Because it's been about 11 minutes since she called her mom.
goes to bed. When she went to bed, around 3 o'clock, moved into her bed. He was cold and heavy. He has Lyme disease. He got an allergy shot yesterday. He might have taken a gummy, THC gummy, last night.
Oh my God, the gummies.
So, other than that, just Lyme disease.
Yeah. And the dog. Exactly.
It's probably gonna be big here since he's here.
I don't know. Whoever the on-call is.
That's paramedic.
Yeah, like he wasn't safe, like he.
I think because of the kids, Andrew. Mother was I know.
Okay, 32. What's my case number?
The dog knows who did it.
Copy. Yeah, firm. And the complaint's going to be the wife, first name of
Oh,
Kouri.
it's your crime wife. You're so sweet. I'm happy you've been here for 3 months. Thank you. Walk away, Renee. I agree. My dogs should be all over me. When I'm crying, they're all over me. But that's at 4:04 a.m. I want whatever app this is he's got where he's looking something up. The epic. Can y'all imagine if I was married to like a detective or something? Oh, that'd be fun, asking questions.
I can't tell. We're good. We're just waiting for our Emmy, OME, and our detective to show.
Yeah. I'm wondering if he had an aneurysm or something with all the blood. That's, there's a lot of blood for some unknown reason.
So, okay, if there's a lot of blood, then also why didn't Kouri have blood on her if she gave CPR, right? Julia is asking, what a Moscow Mule? Is it vodka and ginger beer like ginger ale? Yeah, ginger beer's like it's really good. Yes, it's ginger ale, but way more flavorful. Like I think it's more made to be mixed with something. But I mean, I have definitely had a ginger beer because I love ginger ale. Moscow Mules are amazing, and you vodka, ginger beer, and a little lime. They're delicious.
Were you first on thing?
We were second, but Salsa Fire Guy was here before us.
And there was blood before they got.
A little bit coming out as soon as we start doing compressions with the Lucas.
Yeah.
It's when the blood came out. So,
Okay.
It's there.
All right.
I don't know.
No pulse or anything?
No, he was cold. I think he's not a long time, but he's been down a minute. He was asleep the whole time. So.
Okay.
Copper mug.
All right.
Yeah. Pretty young.
Yeah.
Maybe took some gummies.
Yeah, that's what she
That's what
was
she
saying.
said.
I mean, the gummies.
And the hydrocodone. I think there was hydrocodone or something.
It was
96 or something.
2016.
2016, yeah. Pretty old.
Did you take that?
We don't know. It was sitting there though.
It's in the drawer right there.
There's something.
It
What
is.
is this right here? Is that it? Are you taking for Lyme disease?
Yeah.
Not checkpoint?
Started to look at it, and it's filled in 2016.
Yeah, that one.
It's under his name.
That's the
I think
gummies.
he sleeps on that side of the bed though.
With what?
I don't know.
That might be hers. Is it in
It's
his
his.
name? Oh, it's his.
Mhm.
Okay. But it's empty, right? Or something like
Yeah.
that?
That's true.
Maybe we gave him that can. That would have been good.
I agree.
And
And then you arrived and he was already on the floor. Right?
yeah, she had pulled him down to the floor.
Kouri?
Well, it's been like 23 minutes
Yeah, I'm
now.
gonna need to ask you some questions real quick, okay? Has
Call
he ever
the
been in
mom.
the military?
No,
No. Does he use tobacco?
no.
No. And what does he do for a living?
He owns a stone mason company.
And then when you discovered him, was he on the bed? Yes.
Okay, so her mom is just arriving. Okay. And she sits down. She doesn't even touch her daughter. So it has been, so this is at 27 minutes. Let me see exactly when she called her mom. Y'all hang on a minute. This is, yeah, so she calls her mom. at about 4 minutes. So it was about 19 minutes. 19 minutes. Her mom was flying. Going back to where we were. So let's pull up that map again. Let's see. So this, says, yeah, you got to drive through Velvet Canyon and stuff. I don't think that lady was there. I would love to see her cell phone pings and stuff like that because we all know how to do that stuff. And her mom walks in like all dressed too. I mean, you got to remember, like she would supposedly have to get dressed and get in the car. That woman wasn't at home. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Wait, Brooklyn, what? Where'd she get the fentanyl? The fentanyl is not like people don't, it's not like, hey, this is a fentanyl pill. It's labeled like as an oxy. Fentanyl's laced on stuff. So it was from Carmen. Mm, good point, Mia. Waiting on the phone. Pumpkin. How far is the nearest casino? Wendy's full of short. Like that leg shake looks fake. There's your mom. Oh, shoot, I'm sorry, I forgot to
It's cold in there, so I put the blanket on him.
Yeah.
His body just felt like heavy. And
Heavy, yes.
And
He
which
was
way was
dead.
he facing? Was he facing towards,
he was just up, just facing up.
oh, so he's laying on his back?
Facing on his
Okay.
back.
And then did you pull him to the ground?
Yeah, that's what the lady on the phone told me to do, was to take the sheet and pull the sheet
Okay.
to the ground so I could do CPR.
Okay. What's his highest level of education?
It's a bachelor's degree.
Okay. Any,
My husband's active. He didn't just die in his sleep. This is insane.
Well, that'd be an awesome cat ride.
any mental health conditions? No. Okay. How about
Great
any?
point, Cliff Knox. His body felt heavy, not he felt heavy. And for those wondering, because we learned last night that Kouri's mom had a gambling addiction, supposedly. The nearest casino to Camas, Utah is 2 hours away in West Wendover, Nevada at the Nugget Hotel and Casino. So I don't think her mom was there. But when I was reading back on some of the hearing stuff, she would cash checks, Kouri would. She was kind of like check hiding between banks. And she was giving her mom lots of cash. Was that for gambling?
Any suicidal history? No. Okay.
No.
Filled in 2016.
Right there. See how the body is like perfectly down there? How much an hour for a private eye? A lot. Y'all see how he looks like so straight? And how would you get the body down there? And they were saying this. Can y'all see my mouse right here? I'm assuming y'all can see that. Maybe not, actually. I don't think y'all can. That's like wadded up under the bed there. First of all, what is this bed? Is this like a Craftmatic? What is this? What is going on here? It doesn't even look like the same fitted sheets. One looks gray and one looks white. But to me, when she was pulling the body supposedly off the bed, it seems like you would have heard a thunk on that metal. Don't y'all think? Yeah, he's so far from the bed. I mean, I think Lisa there was helping lift. The PI was 150 an hour, 200 for computer stuff. Yeah, and it was over like 100 grand or something. It's very. Oh, that's so exciting. All right, Allison, that your daughter's going to work for the DA's office. Okay. Real quick, I wanted to show y'all this. The lady who sent me the map, Kathy, she sent me this too. Look at this. This lady, former Coleman County, which is North Alabama, attorney indicted after attempting to murder her husband. Former Coleman County attorney, this is March 4th, accused of trying to kill husband, has been indicted. Tried to put fentanyl in her husband's food or drink. Yeah, we didn't hear anything about him being pulled off the bed. Let's see what this says.
You guys have to check this out. So you can basically enter a prompt like this and add a.
I'm Taylor Pollack at the First Alert Desk. A former Coleman County lawyer has been indicted on multiple charges after prosecutors say she tried to kill her husband. Court records show that Sarah Baker was indicted last month on 11 charges, including 3 counts of attempted murder. A Walker County Circuit Court judge has also now been assigned to hear her case. Baker was arrested in November of last year, accused of putting fentanyl in her husband's food and drink. She was suspended by the Alabama Bar Association in December. From the First Alert Desk, I'm Taylor Pollack.
You guys have to check this out.
We're going to
So
see
you can
more of this stuff. You know? I don't know. I was going to pull. So if y'all didn't see the private eye guy, this is him. We watched a little bit of it in the beginning, but I'll play some of this.
All right, how's this?
Sound great.
Oh,
Great.
Mr. Bloodworth.
Melissa, I saw that today.
Sir, what is your name?
My name is Todd.
Jay Bronius does a side-by-side comparison of Kouri crying and Wendy crying. Yeah, I agree, Andrew. Yeah, Eric would have been against the wall or the side. That's one of the paramedics commented, said, this is strange that he's at the foot of the bed on the floor. He should have been on the side. Look at this man. He's like a James Bond. What's the guy? What's the person called, you know, that gives 007 all the tools? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I can't think of it. That's it, what he reminds me of.
Gabler, Gabler.
You appear to be recovering from something.
Yes.
Would you mind just at a high level explaining?
On January 13th, I underwent a 5-level PCLF. That's a posterior cervical laminectomy and fusion. My neck has been fused together with titanium rods.
Painful.
So are you taking any medication today that would affect your testimony?
I purposely did not take any pain medication today
Yeah.
for the purpose of the clarity of my mind and my testimony to you
Oh,
today.
Mia,
I took
yeah,
Tylenol.
I know you can get fentanyl in a patch or like IV, but like on the streets, it's this manufactured. I mean, I don't know. Do they sell fentanyl pills? I just thought it was like laced on stuff.
This morning.
What, sir, is your occupation?
I'm a licensed private investigator in the state of Utah.
How long have you been a private investigator?
34 years.
What, sir, is your investigative experience that is relevant to this case?
Well, over the course of 34 years, I have worked on approximately 100 homicide cases. I have been active in the trials of perhaps a dozen or maybe more homicide cases over the course of my career. I have extensive experience in a specialty in digital forensics, which allows me to examine.
That's right. Thank you, Julia. This guy is the Q in James Bond. That's what he reminds me of. Q. Do you remember Q and the For Your Eyes Only?
Digital devices, phones, computers, other things of a digital nature to uncover information that may have been deleted, destroyed, or altered. I can't really think of anything else that is sort of a 30,000-foot view of what would be important to the jurors in this case regarding my experience.
Well, sir, of those 100 or so homicide cases, how many have you worked for the defense?
All of them. I have always sat on that side of the room, standing in between the state and a defendant.
And you mentioned, sir, that you testified about 12 times. Have you ever testified for the state?
Never.
Did there come a time shortly after Eric Richins' death when the estate of Eric Richins hired you as an investigator?
Yes.
Do you recall about when?
I was first contacted by Crystal Bowman Carter, an attorney. I believe that would have been early to mid-March of 2022. She asked that I contact
I'm going to go
her
to
client,
Ross.
Katie Richins Benson. You're hiring.
Not uncommon for what, sir, is your in the billing records?
Any item that I considered to be evidence was removed by the sheriff's office, not me.
So if you came upon something that you considered to be evidence.
5 is plenty.
All right, we'll say 10. We'll be off the
Yes,
record
ma'am.
until
God bless
3:40.
him.
Thank you.
Before she was
Of
expected practices of private investigators are significantly different, would you agree with me, than those that apply to licensed law enforcement?
Thanks, Miss Kitty. Please like it. Thank you.
I don't know that I would agree with that in every circumstance. A private investigator, when he is hired by a lawyer, is bound to all the ethics that that lawyer is bound to.
Okay.
So,
But for example, you don't have to go get a warrant to go look at a house.
well, right, that's the state action distinction.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not a state actor.
Right.
I've never been a state actor.
Right.
I will never be a state actor.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you want to go search a house for 6 straight days and look at thousands of documents,
Mhm.
you don't need to get a judge to give you permission to do that, right?
No, I got the permission of Kouri's lawyers who represented her to do that.
And you also got the permission of Clint Benson, right?
Yes.
And in fact, Clint gave you a key,
Yes.
and you had that key to use at your discretion.
Yes.
And there were times when you would go to the house and Clint was not there and you would let yourself in, right?
I believe that my testimony covered that, and that was that Clint was aware that I was there and he was either on his way or there with me.
But you agree with me, and you have videos, I believe, that back this up. That there were occasions where you would go to the house, Clint was not there, you'd use your key and you'd go in.
Yes.
And there were occasions where you would be spending hours and hours and hours in the office, because I've
Yes.
watched all the videos,
Yes.
and you would be there alone without Clint anywhere around you.
Yeah, I don't need supervision, counselor. I was
Perfect.
conducting an investigation,
I don't need supervision, counselor. She goes, fair enough.
independent investigation, and he had given me the key, trusted me with that, and I was authorized to enter that premises at will.
Thank you.
Right. So if he got on the stand and said you were never doing anything outside his eye, that would be false.
Mm-hmm.
Well, from his perspective, he had knowledge of my presence there as I had testified every time I was there.
Fair.
So from his perspective, it may look different.
Do you agree with me, sir, that there's hours and hours and hours of video of you alone in that office going through things?
I think that I've already testified to that.
Okay. Now, you were not permitted access to the house until after Kouri had been arrested, right?
No, that's not correct.
You got in the house before she was arrested?
No, that is not correct.
Okay, help me out.
The house was released by the Summit County Sheriff's on the 8th.
Okay.
That's what gave us, that was the trigger, not Kouri's arrest. It was the end of their search that triggered our access to the house.
Okay.
The police were executing a warrant.
Do you know when Kouri was arrested, sir?
I don't recall the exact date or time.
Would it surprise you to be the day before May 7th?
Okay.
All right. So
Objection, Your Honor, foundation on that.
Was
Would
it
you
May?
re-ask the question, Ms. Nestor?
sorry, was it May? Would it surprise you if it was the same day, May 8th, that you got access to the house?
It would not surprise me since I do not recall.
Okay. And during the time after
Oh.
Eric's death, but before Kouri's arrest on May 8th, did you ever go inside the house for that entire year?
I'm sorry, could you ask that again?
Sure. During the time between when Eric Richins died on March the 4th,
Yep.
in the early morning hours
Yep.
of 2022,
Yep.
and May 8th of 2023, were you
Yep.
ever inside the house at any point in between those times?
No, never.
Perfect. So the first time you ever got in that house, over a year had expired since Eric had passed.
Yes.
Okay. And you mentioned the police had executed a search that day before they released it to you, right?
Yes.
And do you know how many times prior to that the police had searched that house?
No.
Okay. And then you've also testified here, I think very honestly, that on repeated occasions you notified the police, hey, there's something you missed. You might want to go back to the house and find it again.
I mean, I'm not going to adopt your characterization, but it is true that I called them back to that house when I discovered something that I thought was evidentiary.
How many times?
Oh, I don't know, 4, 5.
So on at least 4 to 5 occasions,
Kouri.
you found things the police had missed.
Yeah. Oh, that's been my
Kouri is thinking like this is her smoking gun or something.
experience throughout my career.
And you
The
told
police
them.
never
sorry.
get everything, ever.
Right. Well,
It's
not gonna
true in
argue
every
with
case I've ever handled.
you. Sure, not going to argue with you on that one.
Yeah, it's true.
So they come back because you call them and say, hey, I found something, come back, here's where it is.
Yep.
And they know you're doing that. They know that you have full access to this house, right?
I don't know what they know. I can't answer that.
Well, you're calling them every time you find something.
Well, what opinion they formed in their mind is not within my knowledge.
Okay, fair. True, you called them every time you found something.
That I thought was of evidentiary value in their investigation.
And did
True.
any of them ever say, you know what, we're good, stop calling us?
No, I don't recall that at all.
So then the converse of that is they encourage you to keep doing that.
Well, no, that is not the converse of your hypothetical, and I do not agree with your assessment.
Okay. Did you feel like you were helping them?
I was following the instructions of my client to turn over anything I thought was relevant to the criminal investigation. This is not my case. My case is in a civil court. Anything that we thought was of value to the criminal case, we turned it over.
And the police were happy with that.
I don't know if they were happy or sad or
No, Jane.
distraught. I have no idea as to their emotional condition.
They sure never told you to stop.
The police never directed me to do anything, and if they had told me to stop, I would have ignored them.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you could go in without a warrant, find something, call them, tell them to get a warrant, and they'd come get it.
I think that's an oversimplification and a vilification. I had permission to enter those premises. I had every right to be there. I didn't need a warrant. I'm not a state actor. I have the permission of the property owner. So I don't agree with your characterization.
When the cops would show up, did you point out what you were showing them?
Okay, so that's Nexter. And then Patriotic just said that she looks like her. Angela Murray from Big Brother. I mean, I have to agree. Tiff, I don't think he took snuff. I think he just had a runny nose.
Were you usually there?
No, I was there on one occasion when the police showed up. They executed warrants when I was not there.
Okay.
Yeah. So I only remember one occasion where I found an audio recorder in a dresser drawer that they then recovered by warrant.
And you waited around and pointed it out to them.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I never touched the device. So yeah, I would. I don't know if I pointed it out. I think what I did was on that date, when I saw the recorder and recognized it for what it was, which is not easy, I just immediately withdrew. I left my audio recorder going until the police arrived. I don't recall pointing it out. I recall describing to them where it was.
Okay. Thank you for that clarification. So then there was one occasion where you found something that was a letter purportedly written by Eric called the My Princess letter. Do you remember that?
I remember a baby cakes letter. I don't know if I remember My Princess. Is that the same one?
That's the one.
Yes.
You remember finding that letter?
August the 9th of 2024 is when I took a photograph of that, but I found it on May the 10th of 2023 during my search of the residence.
So when you found this letter, at some point, did you move the location that you found it from?
I don't recall ever moving the location. On the video, you will see me find the letter on May the 10th of 2023 when I'm in the bedroom, and it is located in the bottom drawer of Eric's side of the bed, the bottom drawer of the vanity. And I looked at it. I didn't think it was relevant. I put it back down on the drawer. On August the 9th of 2024, when I photographed it on the bed, I do not recall if that letter was on the bed or whether I went and retrieved it from the vanity. But there is video. The August 9th, 2024 was the episode that I described that I was called over and I didn't have a video recorder. So I was recording by audio and and this is the same date that I recovered the audio recorder. So the letter was also photographed, and then later, I think it was taken by the police. I don't know, but
let me stop you for just a minute.
Okay.
You left the letter on the master bed, correct? For the police to find.
I left the letter on the master bed. I didn't know that the police were going to come for it.
Okay. And they ultimately did, correct?
Well, ultimately, I don't know because I wasn't present, so that's beyond my knowledge.
Isn't it true that you moved other things around in that house often?
No, that is not true.
Did you move a computer that you located in the office?
I don't recall moving a computer in the office, but I did not move it out of the office.
Did you put it in your Tesla?
If you are talking about the CNE computer, I did not find it.
Why would she say that? Did you put it in your Tesla? Okay, this is what John Smith just sent. This is Nestor. John, you're hysterical. Oh my God, Andrew, Nestor puts mayonnaise on aspirin. Y'all are funny.
In the office. That is not how that worked.
Okay. So you found it where, sir?
I found it in possession of my client who had taken it, who had been given it or taken it from Becky Lloyd. So my understanding of the pathway of the CNE computer that I examined was that it was picked up by Becky, who lives nearby and works for CNE. The CNE computer, she then went to get business files off of it. I talked with her about this. I filed an extensive report regarding my interview about the computer. And then before I could get up to Francis to get that computer.
I mean, I want to chime in on so many jokes and things I know, but like, I'm just not going to say that on the internet. So if anybody comes to CrimeCon and wants to meet in person, I will tell you all the stuff.
I lived at the time 250 miles south of Francis in Washington County. So it takes me a while to get up to Francis. Before I could get up to get that computer, I believed that my client had already secured it. And so I went and got it from her.
So Becky got the computer from the house after Eric died,
Yep.
right?
Correct.
Then Becky gave it to Katie.
Correct.
And Katie gave it to you.
Correct.
And in all of that, no law enforcement ever put hands on it.
Correct.
I mean,
And at some point, you took it back up to the office to go through it?
No.
Well, there's video of you going through that computer in the office.
I suppose that I may not have remembered that I went through a computer in that office, but the CNE computer was processed at a location in Midway. And I recall that there was what I want to say is an obvious missing hard drive location. I could see the outlines of a hard drive that had been in place in that computer. I became suspicious that the hard drive had.
It's GXO10. You
All right.
also
Back
found
after
an
break.
unusual residue in the safe. Do you recall that? That you touched with your fingers?
I don't recall that.
All right. We'll play that in a second.
Fantastic.
I do think we found the video of the laptop.
Did you hear her?
So can we
She
queue
goes,
up
we'll play that in a second. He said, fantastic.
for the witness only GXO10073?
Yeah, that's my laptop. I am scanning into my laptop the documents that I am going through at the office. That is my laptop.
The black one?
Yes.
Okay. So you're scanning all the documents you're finding in the office and then loading them into your laptop.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And
Okay, so back to CrimeCon. The best thing I can figure out is, so last year in Denver when I went for a day. It was in September, but the year before that, it was in Nashville, of course, where I live, and we were out of town, and that was in May. So I don't know if they alternate, like then next year it'll be September somewhere or what, but it is in May, which. May's a rough month it's fine for me because we're empty nesters, but for people with kids, May is balls to the wall crazy, but we're going. I've already got my reservation, my ticket. And just so y'all know, you can buy a badge just for the day when it gets closer to it. I did not know that last year and I wasted a lot of money. I have my whole CrimeCon swag bag. So I thought maybe one night on a live, I'll go through it and show y'all stuff. So fun.
again, Clint Benson was not present when you were doing any of this.
Yes, that is my testimony on direct.
Okay. Now let's go to the one of the safe. Can you pull up the clip 100055? Hold on just a moment. 1055. See if you can find that one. Sorry. I think it might be under the impeachment documents. Nope. Okay. All right, we'll get the safe one up to refresh your memory about that residue. You don't remember touching some residue and filming it and asking the safe breaker if that was unusual to find residue in a safe?
I don't recall that. I would have to refer back to the video that I made of that for just this purpose.
Okay, no worries. So my understanding is you were at the house. There were some times before you got access to the house while Ms. Richins was still living there that you would sit outside her house and observe the house while she was in it. Is that fair?
It is not fair. That is false.
You never did that?
I never sat outside her house and watched her. False.
Not on March 9th of 2023?
Correct.
Not on April 12th of 2023?
Correct.
Yeah.
But you did put trackers on their cars, is that right?
I did.
And that's a secret device that you put on someone's car so you can follow where they're going without their knowledge?
So GPS tracking devices are generally covert, and there's good reason for that. I put GPS devices on Kouri's vehicle and two of Lisa's vehicles, one of which was being used by Kouri's brother, Ronnie.
So her.
Do y'all remember, did you see the movie Animal House when the guy that's the ROTC guy, like he falls off the horse and he got broken bones and he's in the chair? That's what this is reminding me of. I love how he's turned to face the jury. That's amazing.
Mother's cars and her car.
That is correct.
And how long did you track these individuals?
I think there were different times for different vehicles. I don't recall the exact amount of time, but that'll be in the file that you have.
And did you turn over your reports on every single place they went for months to law enforcement?
Yes.
And you know that law enforcement is required to have a warrant to do that.
Well, they have to get a warrant, and I have to go through a different procedure that's prescribed by Utah law to appropriately place those devices.
Did you track anybody else's car in this case?
I want to say yes. Yes, I did.
Who else's?
There were some vehicles that I suspected that Carmen Lauber may be utilizing. But I discovered that, in fact, the vehicle that was parked at her house overnight on many occasions was being driven by someone else.
So you never gave that report to law enforcement?
I believe I did.
You gave the Carmen Lauber tracking report to law enforcement?
Yes, it wouldn't be named Carmen Lauber, though.
What would it be named?
This guy. I bet he vacuums 5 times a day.
I want to say
very neat. 3-piece suit.
There were a number of people that were associated with her residence
That's all right. If it's
There was
someone,
Nick Bun Savage. There was another young man who were frequenting that residence. And I believe that vehicle that I tracked from that residence was seen there overnight on multiple occasions. I really don't remember because the point of that was to track Carmen Lauber. And when I discovered that it wasn't Carmen driving the car, I removed the device.
okay. Law enforcement was also providing you, I believe you said,
Great Poupon, but of course, I agree, Tiff Knox. Those were the best commercials. So this tracker thing is cracking me up because when hired a private investigator back in, what year was it? I don't know, 2006, when I divorced my first husband. And I had to meet the lady PI who was kind of like a Melissa McCarthy, if y'all know what I'm saying. Like she's probably a softball player. And so we met at the parking garage of my, at the time's husband to find his car. Like this is, before all the devices and stuff today. And it was like a hockey puck. I mean, it was like this big. And she was like all up under his car, like, oh, I can get it up in here. Anyhow, she put this thing up in his bumper, but because of the way the car was made, it unfortunately never detected him. But then they sat in the bushes and they got all the pictures they needed. But I'm not kidding either. That's just, it cracks me up thinking about it.
that
Oh,
Mr.
Steve
Bloodworth asked you
Martin.
if you
That's
got
here for
information from
today.
law enforcement, and you said no. Is that right?
No, that is not right.
Okay, please correct me.
Well, I would have discussions with law enforcement. I could garner an understanding. I could read between the lines, if you want.
In fact,
say
you went
that way.
to meetings with law enforcement about this case, didn't you?
Oh, yes.
How many times did you have
Oh,
meetings with
yes.
them?
I don't recall. I don't count them. The number is not relevant to me.
Well, you appreciate it might be relevant to me. Can you try to remember?
Half a dozen.
Okay. Can you pull up TG 11 for the witness only? Can you make it bigger?
That's what
All
she
right, sir,
said.
do you recognize that?
Sorry. Good. Oh,
Can you see it?
I can see it.
Do you recognize it?
walk away, Renee. I'm so glad you said this. You said Nestor leans on that podium sometimes and looks mad like a school bus driver about to turn the bus around. And during the sidebar, she's all like leaning on it like I'm the judge, like she's, hanging out somewhere. I mean, I'd be all standing with my posture up, but she's leaning on it, kind of like, I don't know, somebody at a concession stand. New car trackers at the side
And
of
is
the
that
thumbnail.
an email that you sent to Detective Woody on July 13th of 2022?
I'm going to have difficulty talking about this exhibit because if it becomes an exhibit, it contains a confidential client communication. But I did send it to Detective Woody.
Okay.
Mr. Gabriel being required to testify regarding any claim.
With respect, I'm not sure you have standing to make any objections, and he seems fully attuned to the issue. Ms. Nestor, I'm not sure where we're headed, so just take it one question at a time.
I shall. Thank you, Your Honor. Is it fair to say that this is an example of you suggesting to Detective Woody that now would be a really good time for law enforcement to interview Carmen Lauber?
Yes,
And why would that be, sir?
she's on the ropes in drug court is what it says.
Right.
She was on the ropes.
And in fact, what you argued was she would be very likely to be compliant at this point with law enforcement. Is that your words?
Yes.
All right.
God, I bet that thing is so hot.
Also in here, you accuse Kouri of lying about the name of her house cleaner.
Yes.
And the lie that you said Kouri told was that her house cleaner was her cute cleaner, Norma.
Yes.
In fact, didn't you, sir, finally confirm that Norma Garcia was her house cleaner?
I did later confirm that. Yes.
So when you sent this to police and said Kouri was lying, you were wrong.
I was wrong.
Okay.
But prior to Norma,
Your Honor.
You need to pause for the next question, sir. Thank you.
very good.
Did law enforcement give you access to I'm going to try to use the right word, to folders where you could access their information on like a subfolder where you had a link to their folder?
No.
Did you provide them with links to your folder?
Yes.
And one of the links you provided them involved a download of Eric's phone. Is that right?
No.
Okay. Did it involve the decoded call logs that you talked about earlier where you figured out everybody's number and name?
I'm confused. You're talking about two separate things. You were just talking about Eric's phone.
You said no, right?
I had an identical copy of Eric's phone that I created from the backup on his Apple iCloud. I may have turned that over to them, but they already had Eric's phone. I didn't need to give them what I had done, which was to trick the Apple server into repopulating a blank iPhone so that I could then forensically examine that iPhone and come up with context from Eric's phone. So I may have given them that information that I created from a clone of Eric's phone.
So you had in your possession a clone or an exact copy of Eric Richins' phone.
It would not be an exact copy. Only the items that were unencrypted or decryptable from the Apple backup would be on the cloned phone. For example, encrypted data would not be present for biometrics, for his Apple Watch. If he was wearing a biometric watch, well, that is all encrypted. That would not come back to a new cloned phone. But all of the text messaging, the web histories, the call histories, all of that stuff will be present on that clone.
So you had access to all his texts?
I don't believe I did.
Why not? And this is maybe a stupid old lady question, but explain to me why you
No,
didn't have
stupid
access
old
to his
lady.
texts if you downloaded everything off the
You
cloud.
said all of his texts.
Okay.
I don't believe I ever got all of his texts.
How far back did they go?
I don't recall the date at this time. I would have to refer to the file material to know the exact date of the first event on the phone.
So how much time did you spend reading through his texts?
Well,
He plays
I
in the
don't
dirt.
recall exactly. I could refer back to some records to come up with an answer for you. It would have been a number of hours.
Hundreds of hours?
No,
Okay.
I mean, in this case,
Right.
I heard there were cameras in the house, but then I never heard anything else about them.
936.3 hours.
That's how many hours you billed total for the case?
Yep.
And what were you paid for that?
I don't know.
How much do you charge an hour?
$125 an hour. However, that is not the only billing rate in this case. When I used computer forensic software and my expertise in that regard, the rate would be higher. $200 an hour, I think, was the discounted rate that I gave them.
So
Wow.
I'm really bad at math. Please
Me
forgive
too.
me if I get this wrong.
Yeah, well, we're both in the same place.
We're talking about over $100,000 you made on this case.
I would say so, yes.
Okay. Now I want to go back to that phone and you reading his text.
Yes.
As you were culling through your hypotheses,
Yeah.
obviously one of the things you want to look at is the state of their marriage. Is that fair?
I mean, it's significant, but it's not dispositive.
I agree.
It's important context, but it's not evidence of anything, really. I see a lot of bad marriages out there. In my career, I've handled many hundreds of divorce cases. So, people have problems.
Did you review text messages between Eric and some of his friends?
Yes.
Did you review text messages between Eric and Bryce?
Bryce Knudsen?
Yes.
I don't recall specifically, but if they were there, I probably looked at them.
Okay.
Mr.
Karen, can I adjust a
Clayton.
moment?
Okay, so we started tonight, y'all, with this next part. We started with the sexting because we just had to. I'm going to show y'all. That is the website for CrimeCon. And so you can see here, there's a standard pass, gold VIP, and platinum. Let me just tell you right now. All you need is the standard, but you can put a code in and get, I think it's like 20 or 25% off. I use the code courtroom for Courtroom Confidential. Y'all know I love that channel. So you get it for a little over $300, but all you need is the standard. I mean, this platinum and the gold stuff, it's like, so you get like premium seats up at the front in the ballroom. And I'll be honest, I didn't see a lot of people sitting in those. I mean, who's paying $8.99? I'm not. what does that get you? VIP check-in, priority ballroom seating, waste of money, access to the VIP cocktail hour, yeah, with like probably Smirnoff vodka, private lounge with complimentary beverages, VIP only programming experiences. I didn't do that. So I'm just letting y'all know. It's really fun. I didn't know what to expect. I was expecting a bunch of weirdos and then me there, but people were normal. They were normal, I swear. Oh, you just got off looking at CrimeCon. It's so fun. So, and I know Vegas is expensive. I mean, but you could stay at the Paris, which is across from Caesars. It's owned by Caesars. They have deals. So register and get like a Caesars gamer account, even if you're not a gambler. You can stay at the Paris for like cheap. But even if you go for a day, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. How's everybody doing? We're all doing better than Kouri. Yeah. But I'm glad that y'all came on tonight. I'm not going to be on here the next 2 nights because I have dinner out again. I have another birthday dinner tomorrow night for my friend again with a different group of friends. All of us that went to high school. We've known each other. One of the girls I've known since I was 5. And then Wednesday night, I have another set of friends at birthday dinner. John, funny you asked this. He asked, did I see Lauren being stalked at CrimeCon? So I'm going to tell y'all, I didn't know any of all that stuff was going on. And so that was September last year. And I was like, there are a ton of police at this. And I just figured, I guess it's because there's an event, but I noticed there was a lot. And then I kept seeing Pretty Lies and Alibis, and I saw her. She is so nice, Gigi. She's so nice, but she was hanging real tight with what's his name? Cody, Lori Vallow's son. He's so nice. Oh my gosh, what is his name? What is my problem? CrimeCon's like 3 days. But they were hanging out. Maybe I'll do like a little slideshow and show y'all. And they were hanging out. They were like being really close. I mean, like just talking, and stuff. And then I was in another ballroom session. It was a podcast recording with Natalie Morales and some other podcaster. And Lauren came in late and everybody was like, oh, Colby. Yes, thank you. But Lauren came in late and everybody's like, psh, 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 and then she left early. But now looking back on it, I was like, oh, it all kind of made sense. But I didn't know what was going on. But yeah, Gigi, let me tell y'all, she is authentic. She's as real as they come. Her parents were there. Sweet, sweet people. I think Gigi, like, you could trust her with anything. I mean, she is so sincere, nice, professional. They're talking about Lauren from Hidden True Crime. Is that what it's called? But I didn't talk to her. Oh yeah, John Steinbeck lives in Vegas. Oh, I bet you they'll go there. What was going on? I cannot go into that black hole. There was a lot of drama between YouTubers and it's still going on. But if anybody else wants, so Lauren went live one night for 9 hours saying she had a stalker and it was somebody who used to work for her. It was a whole thing. But yeah, I love Gigi. Like she's very respected. Yeah, it was just, I don't know, it was just a bunch of girl drama, Andrew. I don't even know how else to explain it. I did not get all on board with all that. I don't have time for that. Yeah. All right. Well, thank y'all so much. And y'all have the best week. I'll be on later on this week. And yeah, but I won't be here Tuesday and Wednesday night because I've got dinners. Spring is always full of birthdays. And also the week of CrimeCon is also the week of my birthday. So it's like a grand slam for me. Oh, thank you. I will. I'll have the best time. But thank y'all so much. And I hope y'all have a good one. And if you did not watch today, it is awesome. And you should go back and watch the beginning when we showed the sexting stuff. Bye.